Hey, I'm working on some more jeans. Here's what I've got so far. So I've got my patches. I'm gonna be using leather jacket cutouts. So I've actually got this one and I've got this one. I've got my jeans. I've already worked on them. I did some pen work on one leg. And then I did some paint work on the other leg. You'll see more. So before you start attaching the patches, you want to make sure the jeans are cut up. So I've cut them up through the inside of the pants, which is going to be here and here. So I cut the insides up. This allows me to have more room to sew. And I'm also going to cut here, because that also is going to open the jeans up and give me more space to work with it. Okay, now it's time to start pinning them. And now I've got the other side all patched up too. So our next step is actually going to be to start sewing. This is the sewing machine that I use. I just got this one. My old one broke. My old one was also the same one. I'm really fond of this one. I really like how there's different stitch patterns. You could change the length and the width of the zigzags. There's just so much you can do with this thing. Literally, the possibilities are endless. It's all about your imagination. Okay, so I've got this pinned. I'm going to be sewing here. I'll be sewing a straight line here and one across up top. And that'll be the same for the other leather patch on the sides and one up top. As far as this patch goes, I'm actually just gonna sew around the borders and attach it on. So 3 patches for this project. I might add more, but for now I've got 3. Time to start sewing. Okay, so the leather is actually very thick. And I don't want to damage my machine. So what I'm actually gonna do here is I'm gonna, with this thing right here, this actually turns the needle. So I'm actually gonna stitch them individually, one by one. That way I don't mess up my machine. It does take a lot more time to do it and a lot more patience and focus, but some things are just worth it, you know? So I'm gonna go ahead and one by one. So I step on the accelerator just until it touches the surface, and then I spin it. That way it actually threads. And it's just that, repeated. Step on the foot till it's barely touching, and manually stitch it. Okay, so all the patches are all sewn on. I went back and I added a baby blue paint on top of the purple paint and light pink stripes. So I'm gonna let this dry up and then we're gonna sew the pants back together. All right, so these are all dried up now. It's time to get these bad boys sewn back together. So they're inside out. My first sewing is gonna be to sew the butt crack back together. So I'm just gonna sew right here. And then, so my next step is gonna be to sew the crotch together now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pin these like this. And then I'm gonna sew a line here and here. So just 2 lines right here just to get them back together right here. Okay, so now I have the crotch all sewn up. See, It's really simple, just 2 lines, one there, one here, just to attach them. Now, my final steps are gonna be the legs. So I'm just gonna put some clips here and along the way, and then I'm gonna sew them together like along this right here. And that's gonna attach the legs back together. So that's gonna be my next step, is to sew both of the legs back together. So I've got these clips here. You could get these at Hobby Lobby or local, I guess any store really, Walmart even. This helps me keep the pants together as I'm sewing it. So let's go ahead and get started now. So my sewing machine is sounding a little clunky ever since I did the leather project, so just bear with me. I think it kind of messed it up either way. I was trying to be careful with it, but let's see. Yeah, something feels a bit off, but it works, so. Notice how I'm keeping these edges aligned, so the edge of the pants aligned with the edge of my presser foot. That allows me to stay consistent with my stitch. So the whole time I'm sewing, I'm not even looking here. I'm actually just tracking this to make sure it's aligned. That's what I'm looking at, not the needle. So keeping these aligned. Is pretty much my priority. Now they're all sewn. Here comes one of my most favorite parts of doing my projects. Is getting to reveal it, so. Peep this shit, bro. Oh my goodness. Bro, you see the fucking drip? You see the talent? You see the skill? You see the fucking passion? You see the fucking fire? Somebody tell my haters stop playing, fo. Stop playing with my name, fo. I do this, fo. Anyways, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. I love you guys.